What up, IDS Mob? Welcome to the Introvert Dating Success Show. I'm HarryWilmington, and on today's show, we're going to be actually answering a comment question that was left on one of my videos. I did a video like a year or so ago called What to Do When She Says Maybe to a Date Request. And so this guy actually is trying to reconnect with his ex and ask her out again, but she has rejected him. And so the question itself was very short, but I want to break down each part of the sentence that he sent me or put on the comment section, because it really goes into a variety of things that he's doing wrong when attempting to get his ex back. Now, as you guys know, I've written a book on how to get your ex back, regardless of whether you did the breaking up or whether she did the breaking up. And one of the major things that I talk about in that is the fact that before you even consider making that suggestion, you need to work on yourself. You need to really see if there's anything that she may have said to you during the relationship that you could be working on, and see that there were actual things that you did to work on those things so she can see tangible results. But also, part of this is on her. She has to actually want to go out with you. She has to say yes to your date request. And so if those kind of things aren't happening, then it may simply mean that she has moved on. But let's go ahead and read his comment, and then we'll go bit by bit through what he said to see how we could possibly turn this thing around. So his comment's very short, but he says this. He said, "What should I text back when my ex told me maybe another time when I asked her to go out with me, but she said she has plans with coworkers she sees all the time anyhow? Thanks." So, seemingly short question. So let's go bit by bit through this thing and see where he's making mistakes and what he should be doing. So the first part, he says, "What should I text back?" Which gives me the impression that he tried to text his ex in order to ask her out. This is one of those situations whereby the texting mechanism is not your best friend. Yes, you may have communicated like that with your ex in the course of the relationship, but if you guys broke up and you're trying to actually get her to go out with you again, texting is a very non-emotional method of communicating with somebody, because they can't hear your tone of voice, they can't hear your inflections. Hearing your voice can actually bring her back into that time of when you guys were together and she was able to hear your voice and you were speaking to her in a way that really turned her on. And you can't really do those things through text. So this is one of those situations. I know it's going to sound crazy, right? Either a phone call or a FaceTime of some kind where she can hear your actual voice and possibly see you on screen if you're doing FaceTime is a better way of doing it, because you need every thing in your arsenal that you can use in order to reconnect with your ex in a tangible way. And texting is just not going to do it. Like, she needs to be able to, again, hear your voice. She needs to joke with you. She needs to be able to, get that familiar tonality that she used to hear when she was talking to you. And it's very easy to misinterpret things over text, even how you're trying to ask her out. So perfect example, you send her a text saying, "Hey, I want to take you out again, period." Well, texting with punctuation oftentimes leads to bad results because people misread that. Most people read a sentence with a period and think, oh, they're too serious, or oh, they must be really mad at me when they're trying to ask this. Versus if you said it like through the phone, through your voice, or when she could see you on screen, then she can know what your inflection is and know that you're asking this in a way that is positive and uplifting versus just, "I hope you go out with me. Please say yes to my date." So first thing is first is if you're going to try to reconnect, don't do it through texting. Please make it a phone call or a FaceTime. I know we're in 2022 and texting is a big thing, but clearly that's not working for you because she didn't agree to the date. Let's continue on. So he says, text back. He says, "My ex told me maybe." Now, he commented under my video that says what to do when she said maybe to a date request, okay? And I tell you guys, we do not want to live in the land of maybe, okay? My uncle used to always say, when you want to go after something, the yeses will make you very happy. The no's will upset you for a while, but you'll get over it. But the maybes will drive you crazy. And so a lot of men hear maybe and think, oh, she's sending mixed signals. But look at what a maybe actually is. When she says maybe, does that mean she's going to actually show up in front of you for this date? More often than not, the answer is she's not going to. So in short, a maybe is actually a no. Because if she wanted to, she would. Women of their own free will can go out with whoever they want, anytime they want. And if they want to do that, they will make time for that person. Is this person making time for him by saying maybe? The answer is no. Now he's thinking the answer is, well, kind of, sort of, but you don't have any kind of definite date. You have nothing, no concrete plan set in stone with this woman. And so therefore it's currently a no. Now, on to the next part. She said, maybe another time. But let me ask you a question. Did she give you a counter offer time? Did you just say, we should go out whenever? Or did you say, hey, let's go out Tuesday or Wednesday, whichever works best for you? If you did it that way, and she says, oh, I can't make those days, maybe another time, she's still leaving you in limbo, dude. She's not. Women that want to be with you will guide you in the direction towards allowing this thing to happen where you two meet together. So if you said, hey, let's go out Tuesday or Wednesday, and she couldn't make either of those days, she would say, I can't make Tuesday or Wednesday, but you know what? I am free Sunday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's do that, okay? Because women that like you help you. Women that don't like you or don't want to be with you or don't want to go on a date with you do this kind of stuff. They say maybe another time, hopefully sometime soon, but they don't actually put down an actual time that's going to work for them to do that. Now, on to the next part. He then says, she said maybe another time when I asked her to go out with me, but she said she has plans with coworkers. And so you got to ask yourself, she has plans with coworkers. She has concrete plans that she made with a coworker that she wants to spend time with, but she's saying for you, maybe some other time, and not setting a concrete plan. So of those two things, she either A, has the option to go out with you, where she's probably going to get a free meal of some kind, or she can out with a coworker that she sees all the time, whereby she's going to pay for her own drinks, her own food, her own good time. So which one of those things looks like a more desirable option? You probably say, well, me taking her out for a free meal. And that would be absolutely correct. But she didn't choose that option. She chose the option whereby she has to pay for her own stuff because she's not trying to go out with you right now, okay? And then the last part she says, with coworkers that she sees all the time anyhow. So the fact that she sees these coworkers quite frequently and she still chose seeing them over seeing you means that she is not at a place yet where she is actually wanting to see you or reconnect with you. Right now, it sounds like you guys, she's accepting your text to her, so at least there's a conversation of some kind open. But ultimately, she's not trying to be with you in a situation where it's just you and her one-on-one in a romantic setting on anything that looks like a date, okay? So this is one of those cases where I'm a guy that's like, look, you only have so much time on this earth, and there are plenty of women out there that will actually want to see you. Clearly, you guys dated before, so there was a point in time where she wanted to see you, but right now is not that time. And more importantly, the way you're going about even trying to get a date with her is not one that's going to move her towards saying yes. Now, again, I wrote an entire book on the ins and outs of how to attract your ex back. Everything you're doing in this comment, guy, is none of those things. You're not calling her. You're not giving her when she says that she can't see you, it's left at a maybe, and she's not putting any counter offers out there. But also, have you said to her, hey, I want to meet up and kind of go over, our relationship and where I'm at and see where you're at, and maybe, go over some things and figure out, what I could have done to be better, or what we can improve on in terms of communication, or in terms of, what I was doing in the relationship or what was happening with us. Like, you didn't present that to her. You just went from like, I don't know if you had talked to her before about all this stuff, but it just seemingly seemed that you just went to like, hey, let's go on a date again, as if nothing bad happened that led up to some kind of breakup, whether it was her that broke up with you or you that broke up with her. And my book goes into that about, whether you did it or she did it, what things do you need to have in place and do to look like a viable candidate for her to get back with in the first place, okay? Because we're not in the business of trying to like trick a woman to get back with you, and we're not in the business of trying to guilt trip her or force her into trying to talk with you again or to get back with you, okay? But that said, you do need to be mindful that this is gonna be a bit of a process. This isn't a thing you can just turn on and it's good to go. Usually getting back with an ex is a bit of a slower process. It usually begins where you guys kind of hang out again a little bit to see if there's still a vibe or chemistry there, and then that can lead on to other things. But you got to get her on the date first. And so my book at the website can help with that. So go to introvertdatingsuccess.com, click on the product tab, and get my book. I forget the title at the moment. I'm sorry, it's late at night. But the point is, it's a book about how to get your ex back. So check that out. And I've done other videos talking about this similar topic as well. So check those videos out. So I'm not saying it's not impossible to get your ex back, but usually you're an ex for a reason. Again, whether she dumped you or you dumped her, usually you guys are exes for reasons. And so if those reasons aren't able to get talked about and you're not able to get past those issues, then you just asking her out for a date, you're always going to get a maybe. and maybe is really her way of saying no and not trying to hurt your feelings. So sorry, hope that helps out. Hopefully you'll be able to figure out that out and get it together. For the rest of you guys, if you want some of my help and you want me to answer one of your questions on one of these shows, leave a comment below my videos. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/HarryWilmington. You can also write to me at HarryWilmington@gmail.com. If you want to show support for the show, subscribe to this channel, or you can send a monetary thank you by going to introvertdatingsuccess.com, clicking on the tip jar tab, and leaving a monetary thank you. That's all I got for today, guys. I'm Harry Wilmington, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.